Hey, well, I stumbled over something, I think, but of course I cannot be sure. This is the Lucifer telescope on Mount Graham, and as I have learned to understand about this particular spot on planet Earth, is it resides right where there is a portal. According to Native Americans, this is a holy site. This is an area where spirits from heaven came down back before the flood. That's their story about it. Well, we can't exactly call it holy, but there's 4 other places in the world that is considered unholy. We also have that in Mount Hermon in Israel. But what I was stumbling about, because I suddenly just wanted to look it up, and I am on Google Maps here. I'm not on Google Earth. Doesn't matter. But what I want you to pay attention to is the direction that the telescope is facing. Now you're wondering, what am I getting at? Well, this telescope is facing west-northwest. This picture is taken early in the day. You can see that with the shadow. The sun is in southeast. So it's around noon. Then I wanted to make sure that, oh, we got something going on there. I keep having that problem, I don't know why. The particular direction that the telescope is pointing, west-northwest, which leads me to think and believe that the object that the Vatican is looking for is in that direction. Now, how can I prove that? Well, I can't, but I can try to prove it in a way. Because here is a picture of the telescope. It's facing still the same direction, as you see. The parking lot is here. We go back again. We have the parking lot to there. You get me? This telescope can rotate, of course. But on this updated Google Map image, and on this Google search image, the telescope is facing the same direction. And as far as I understand from the so-called prophecies of the Hopis, that is, we should be less affected if Nibiru PlanetX is coming from the east. But we all know from the revelation that we shall be baptized in fire. And what would produce that fire? That will be a westerly direction of approach, meaning west-northwest. So I think it would be prudent for all of those that is searching in this particular subject, and that is they are directing their view in that direction, west-northwest. That will be where we will find this object. They openly admit that they are looking for it. They're looking for something approaching Earth, a planetary body. This is a near-infrared telescope. Now, why they need a near-infrared telescope? Because what is coming is a binary star that is not exactly emitting a lot of light, but heat, and that is what this is picking up. And that's where we got the pictures from. This red ball with a pretty much like the face of a freaking dragon. And it is also represented in various cultures as the red dragon, which also symbolizes the arrival of Satan, the devil. Now here, you can wonder, why am I showing this? Well, the Pope has been up there, Pope Francis, and so-called met with an entity coming through the portal. And that entity that Pope Francis was meeting with was this sort of entity. Someone with horns, something demonic. Now, let's go to the next one. This is not for fun, because the Vatican says that they will baptize aliens. They also says it's okay to believe that there is life elsewhere. It's also okay to believe that there is not life anywhere but here, which is heresy, putting limits to God's ability to create. And we know that the Vatican for quite some time has promoted peace on earth, that we need peace. Nevertheless, they are the largest shareholder in producing extremely advanced and probably the best firearms you can get your hands on. And that's Beretta. That is an extremely good rifle, that one. I know, shouldn't talk bad of American weapons, but Italians, that particular brand, Beretta, is amongst top 10 of all firearms. And they are promoting a lot of money in that. Now, this is weird. While I was searching all this image has been taken in the sky over Mount Shasta in California. Now, what the heck is that? That is an object. But what it is, I don't know. I'm not going to guess what it is. But it's definitely an unidentified flying object over Mount Shasta in California. Now, this leads me over to this, because we know by the Vatican itself and their own official reporting, and that is they are looking for something approaching Earth. They are also looking for extraterrestrial life, so to speak. But if you look at CERN, CERN is what is the key to the bottomless pit, to release the demons and also make it able for the fallen angels, the watchers, to come in. The watchers are not here. They are barred from coming here. But mankind seek to have them to come here. And God is going to allow it at some point in time, when the time is right. And mankind is going to get what they want. Shiva is a fallen angel. Shiva stands for the destroyer of universe and the recreation of the universe. This is a fallen angel. This is not a god. It's evil. CERN is evil. They are seeking evil. Here Shiva is again the destroyer, with the characteristic flames from a flying object. But we will see Shiva from the back. But that is really what they want with CERN. They want this entity of evil nature who wants to destroy mankind and everything else that God has created. That's what they want to let in. And it's coming. And it's not going to be pretty for any of us. We cannot kill them. I want you to understand that. You cannot kill the demons, nor can you kill the fallen angels, the watchers, when they arrive. They are immortal. Only call upon the name of Jesus Christ can protect you against them. Besides that, you're a sitting duck, completely vulnerable, and they can kill you or make you kill yourself if they need. So now when you take the mark of the beast and you think, oh man, I didn't get my head chopped off, well, the father of all lies is Lucifer. He was a murderer from the beginning too. and a liar from the beginning. And he says to you that you shall live if you take his mark and worship him. Who says he's not going to kill you after you have renounced God, Jesus Christ? Are you going to trust the liar from the beginning, the murderer from the beginning? Good question. Scriptures are clear that the whole world marveled after the beast. The whole world will worship the beast. And who can make war against him? So everyone, except the Christians, will bow down to this evil. They wouldn't hesitate. Now, this is the backside of Shiva. The Vatican, with their Lucifer telescope, is looking for a planet or a system approaching Earth. Nibiru PlanetX. Or all the other names we want to call it. Doesn't matter. Red Dragon, let's just call it that. This is the representation of that planetoid coming in. This is the rays, the lightnings. It is spewing out in the interaction with the planet. It is actually coming by in close proximity. The snake is also represented here, the cobra, the serpent. But this is the red dragon. This is Nibiru. This is Planet X. This is the lightning strikes that's going to hit between the sun and that, and between this and us. And that's what I mean by we will be baptized in fire. There will be thunderstorms, lightning storms, unprecedented, never seen before in human history, when this comes close enough. Plus it's dragging a tail of iron oxide filled with large boulders that's going to strike Earth and burn 1/3 of the tree and all the grass. And there's no question about what they are actually telling us right to our face. That's their logo. That is 3 6s. These numbers are not used in vain. They have never been used in vain, because these are the numbers that symbolizes the Antichrist, the devil. End of story. That's all I have to say. So you have an idea where to look for, where in the sky you need to look. And if you have looked at all the webcams, it seems like that this object is actually on the right side, 3 o'clock to the sun. And where's the sun setting? Oh, it's setting in the west. And the telescope is facing that direction. The sun is setting out here, but they're looking a little further over to the right of the sun. Now, that's a clue. God bless you. Oh, I forgot something. Why I'm saying that they are interconnected is because when the time is right, when the distance between Nibiru, Planet X, and the Earth is optimum, they will launch CERN on full capacity. How much that is, we don't know. Doesn't matter. But at that moment, that which is prime moment for them, they're going to fire it up, and they're going to connect the bridge between Earth and them out there, and them down there, as above, so and below. So that's why I am sure that the reason for why the Lucifer telescope has been built after the South Pole telescope, because the South Pole telescope will at some point in time be kind of useless, because Nibiru is no longer in a visible range. Therefore they have one on the northern hemisphere now by the Vatican. So when the distance, pretending this Earth, this Planet X, When the time is right, they will fire CERN, connect, the gate will be open above, so and below, and they will rush in, the machine will break, and they can't leave. They are stuck here, and we stuck with them. Worst of all, we let them do it. And they are very vocal about what they have intentions of, and we're not doing anything to stop them. Sad. God bless you. Believe that the object that the Vatican is looking for is in that direction. Now, how can I prove that? Well, I can't, but I can try to prove it in a way, because here is a picture of the telescope. It's facing still the same direction, as you see. The parking lot is here. It's taken early in the day. You can see that with the shadow. The sun is in southeast, so it's around noon. Then I wanted to make sure that, oh, we got something going on there. I keep having that problem, I don't know why. The particular direction that the telescope is pointing, west-northwest, which leads me to think and believe this is a holy site. This is an area where spirits from heaven came down back before the flood. That's their story about it. Well, we can't exactly call it holy, but there's 4 other places in the world that is considered unholy. We also have that in Mount Hermon in Israel. But what I was stumbling about, because I suddenly just wanted to look it up, and I am on Google Maps here. I'm not on Google Earth. Doesn't matter. But what I want you to pay attention to is the direction that the telescope is facing. Now you're wondering, what am I getting at? Well, this telescope is facing west-northwest. This picture. Hey, well, I stumbled over something, I think, but of course I cannot be sure. This is the Lucifer telescope on Mount Graham, and as I have learned to understand about this particular spot on planet Earth, is it resides right where there is a portal. According to Native Americans,